everybody, my name is Beck. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. Before I start today's video, I'd like to give a special thanks to Xstade for providing me a review copy of this game. I am not being sponsored and all opinions stated in this video are of my own. I've also pre-ordered the Switch version sometime last month. Unfortunately, my copy won't be arriving anytime soon due to the current situation of the world, but hopefully by the end of this month or maybe next, I'll be able to play it on the Switch as well. If you can't be bothered to watch the rest of the video, I do recommend it if you like farming games. And I will be comparing and contrasting a lot with the older game that I have here. I've had this game for like over 10 years at this point. More Friends of Mineral Town, that is. Back in the days, they used to separate the games between male protagonists and female protagonists, and I mainly played as the female protagonist. According to my Steam account, I've sunk in 17.8 hours in this game, so I think it's fair enough to say that I have played enough to talk about it. And before I really do start with this conversation, I like to say that I will be including some clips from my own personal gameplay. There might be minor spoilers, but I will not be putting any romantic events or any friendship events that I want you to experience for yourself, but I will be putting in some community events. So you're greeted with a title screen immediately when you start the game. Upon entering the title screen, you're given 4 options. You can play as either 2 of the male protagonists or 2 of the female protagonists. As you progress through entering your name, selecting your birthday, this is definitely a new addition because in the older games there was no such thing as difficulty levels. But I realized in the new Stories of Seasons they have included a simple mode which makes the game slightly more easier. If you've ever played older Stories of Seasons, I would highly recommend people to stick with the normal mode. If this is your first time and you feel somewhat intimidated and you want a casual experience, then you can stick with simple mode. I personally went with normal mode because I think simple mode is not something for me. I like building up relationships and progressing in the game, so I have a sense of achievement. I do have a file in simple mode which I will most likely be streaming later on, especially on my birthday because this game came out in July and my birthday's in July, so I think it's completely safe and completely off topic, but I just wanted to let you all know that it's gonna happen someday and I will be streaming it. For my own personal gameplay, I will stick to normal mode. That's just a personal preference. It really depends on your playstyle. Most Stories of Seasons games, it does take time to progress and build up relationships, but I haven't completely finished the first year. I am currently in the middle of winter and there's not much to do in comparison to the other seasons. You can't plant crops, but you can upgrade tools and mine and do all the miscellaneous activities that you would have ignored during other seasons. And that's why I've taken a break to actually sit down to film this video right now. According to the official blurb, summoned by Mayor Town to visit the farm once owned by their late grandfather, young city slickers return to Mineral Town to find that once lush farmland has fallen into despair. Memories of idyllic summers spent in Mineral Town come rushing back and immediately pick up their tools, bound to restore the fields to their former glory. In their hometown, they'll tend the land and become part of the bustling rural community. Along the way to become a world-class farmer, they'll befriend town folks and perhaps even find romance. Yes, there is dating in this farming game, but dare I say, they have one of the best bachelors or bachelorettes of this game, just personally for me. I'll always choose Cliff. Please let me know which bachelor or bachelorette you would choose or end up marrying in this game. And I think for the very first time you can actually have same-sex marriages in this game, just to let you guys know in advance. So throughout spring, summer and autumn, or fall if you're American, I have managed to plant all the seasonal crops. I've enjoyed the fact that you can actually walk over crops now, because back in the older games, once you place something there, you cannot move it, you cannot touch it, it's there permanently. If you planted your crops 3 by 3, you will have to sacrifice one of the crops because you can never harvest the one in the middle. If you don't care about the visual elements of the game, you can basically till in every single tile on the farm and just plant it for maximum profit. I like having my crops organized in a certain way. It looks more visually appealing. It's an old habit that I cannot personally break, and I enjoy laying it out a certain way. So they have added new crops such as soybeans and chili peppers. I noticed mining is a lot easier in this game. The reason why you need to go and mine is because you need ores in order to upgrade your tools so they have maximum efficiency when you're using them. I think the first thing you should really upgrade is the watering can because you need to use it the most. My favorite event has got to be the cooking event. In this gameplay, I wasn't able to participate since it's usually early on in spring of the first year, and you would need a kitchen and corresponding utensils in order to make food according to the theme. Plus, you would also need recipes either given to you by villagers or watching the entertainment show every Tuesday. It can be time consuming but highly rewarding once you're able to collect all the things you need in order to participate. By autumn of the first year, I managed to get my first house upgrade, which means I have a kitchen now and I can't wait to win. And I will win. I think the cooking event has one of the best dialogues and I can't wait for you guys to go and experience it for yourself. For the most part, the game runs pretty smooth on PC. I've only run into some minor issues when I was talking to the nature spirit. Nature spirits, formerly known as harvest spirits, are magical gnome, elf-like people that does your chores. You can find them behind Carter's church. As you can probably tell by my gameplay here, it took several times for Aqua to respond to me. It's probably due to the close proximity since the yellow sprite Sunny is right next to him. And I think this happens exclusively to Cherry the red sprite because I've hired other colored sprites to tend to my animals. Only Cherry tends to venture out and do his own thing. Daily communication and gift giving is essential to maintain your relationships between villagers and harvest sprites, because this will ensure them to continue to work for you. And like the main villagers, they can also give you recipes, so you might want to befriend them. I don't know if this is an issue exclusively to the PC version, or if it's only happening to me since I have early access to the game. Or maybe Cherry is a diva and does not want to be spoken to. Who knows? Only ever encountered these issues with the harvest sprites or the nature sprite and not with other villagers. Communication is pretty simple with a click of a button, but sometimes the mouse is unresponsive when it comes to the little tiny creatures. And I'd like to add there's some new farm animals, which includes the strawberry cow, fruit cow, and the coffee cow. The strawberry cow produces strawberry milk, the fruit cow produces fruit milk, and the coffee cow produces coffee milk. They also have some new rabbits and some brown chickens and alpacas, if that is also something that you like to consider to add to your farm. I love it. I haven't got a pet yet, I would show you, but I do plan on getting a cat or a capybara very soon. I know if you want a penguin as well, you can also grab that. Or maybe you just want a simple dog, but like I said, I don't have any pets yet, but I'll let you guys know in a later video or a live stream of mine. Just some additional information provided. Developed by Marvelous Inc. and published by Exceed Games in North America, Stories of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town will launch on the 14th of July 2020 on the Nintendo Switch system and the PC unless you're from Europe and Australia. The game came out on the 10th of July. Well, for the Switch, but not for the PC Steam version. The physical edition for Nintendo Switch is available for pre-purchase for a suggested retail price of $49.99 American dollars, by the way, at the XC Game Store, which I will be linking down below. The link is not affiliated, it goes directly to their website. And participating retailers. I don't know about American stores, but that's an option for you guys. The title is also available for digital pre-purchase on the Nintendo eShop and Windows PC via Steam for $49.99, which is the same price, with free cow costume DLC for early purchases. So I do have the free cow DLC, as you can probably tell by the gameplay throughout this video. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I tried my absolute best to be completely comprehensive. I was interrupted a lot while filming this video, but every single time I film something, I feel like I'm interrupted by something of a greater power that I cannot stop. So I hope between the slices and the cuts throughout this video that I have provided you with enough information. Plus, there is a lot to do in this game. Does it have some issues here and there? Of course there is. I did receive the game pre-release and surely there's going to be just some minor issues here and there, but nothing too major that I have experienced almost 18 hours that I've played the game. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. Please let me know if you end up getting this game and tell me which version you're planning to get it on. I see myself playing this game on the Switch a lot more because I've always been more of a portable kind of person. I've only recently got my PC, and that's probably the reason why I am not too excited about the PC version as much as I am for the Switch. The game was originally released on the Game Boy Advance, and that is why it's more appealing for me to play it on the Nintendo Switch. If PC is your only option, I would still recommend it. So if you're wondering how much I paid for my Switch version, I paid $72.99 according to the website. I did import mine from the UK. If you're from Australia The retail price the last time I checked a couple of days ago was $79.95 at ebgames.com, $79 at JB Hi-Fi, and those are the two retailers I've seen stocking them physically in Australia. If there are other places, please let me know. I did contact my local game store and they were not stocking it. If you wanted to buy the digital version, which is available on the Nintendo eShop, it is $79.95, and I think the Steam version is also $79.95. Since I am a collector and I prefer the physical editions of games, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please stay safe, sane and healthy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!